between conservative Christianity and progressive Christianity, they felt that they were two different religions at its core in the research that they came up with, because the foundation was so different. And he said, rather than just seeing the conservatives as political, which is what we thought when we started the research, that progressives were actually much more political in their mindset. However, when I see churches today and I talk to different pastors, they say that they've never seen their own church so divided, even as people are moving across states and moving into places where their belief systems are much more supported, whichever case that may be. How does the life model transcend that and unite people? Have you seen that at all? Or is that is that something that you haven't even bridged yet, or have you heard anything about it? I know there's a lot of questions there, but take a stab at any of them.
Well, the current book that we have in the works is pretty well focused on the issues you just brought up. The brain actually has a state which we are calling enemy mode. And yes, and when your brain drops into that, anything you say or do will be assumed to be the point of view of an enemy. You're not on my side. And so the goal in enemy mode is always to win. And when you're winning, you will not, any damage I do to you is actually beneficial to my side. If I make you look stupid, it's better for me. If I, make you look ignorant or, whatever it is. And so whatever those conversations that take place during enemy mode do not actually resolve the alienation between people. So we're actually attempting some experiments between African American churches and white churches and some of the other groups that have been alienated most classically, to see if we can make some of the basic Christian processes and practices work to get people out of enemy mode by basically approaching the logic that the Bible says I should love my enemies. So as soon as you start feeling like my enemy, that is the spot where we start to work on our Christianity. You might remember earlier I said that the places in the world where people have in mind that they have to love their enemies are the places where Christianity is the most vibrant.
Mm-hmm.
So the very fact that we are now becoming enemies between these different red and blue places might actually work to our advantage. We're currently testing that sort of experimentally to see if it'll work, but that's kind of where our learning curve is at the moment.